This is INCRadio, DZEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
You're listening to INCRadio.
Broadcasting live from Chicago, Illinois. DZEM 954 AM station. Here to bring you great conversations about faith, people, places, culture, and recent events all around the district. Join us on YouTube at INCRadio.org. Hello, Northern Midwest and the rest of the world. It's time to get this show started.
Yes. It is time to get our show started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of INCRadio's Northern Midwest. I am your host for today, host panelist here in our show. And yes, if you saw the title, we are going to be talking about peanuts. Although not just the what when like the usual way to eat them, but food combinations, alternatives, kind of stuff like that. So let's get to our topic. Starting off actually, just for our viewers there and for my friend here joining me today, Abe. Do you prefer them in like savory or sweet like combinations?
Oh no. That's how I'm gonna preface this. Oh no. My first introduction to peanuts, I'm pretty sure, was peanut butter. Just like a sweet savory combination with peanut butter and jelly. Right, like in elementary school, right, I would have like peanut butter jelly sandwiches for my lunch. But as I've been getting older, I think I'm leaning more into the savory. One of my favorite like appetizers is I forget if it's Thai or if it's Malaysian, but chicken satay has the peanut dipping sauce. So it's like chicken skewers, but the sauce that accompanies it is peanut based. It's also the same with some spring rolls, like Vietnamese spring rolls. I think some of them come with a peanut dipping sauce, and I really love those. So I think I'm leaning savory.
Yeah, I know we call it a dipping sauce, but like in terms of like spring rolls, you just kind of like pour it over. Spring roll. I'm sorry,
not
like
quite a dip.
I must. What do you call it? Slather?
Basically. That's
I
how
pour
I
it on the thing. I'm sorry. I pour it on the spring roll. But I feel like you would agree with what Alex put there too as well. He said nilagang mani, which is, if you don't know, it's like if you've seen peanuts, they're like boiled while they're still on the shell. So like when you open them, when you crack them open, the inside is like it's already soft. Although it might not have a flavor if you don't like sprinkle salt on it.
I thought it was nilaga and mani.
I know there's like two ways to cook it. Like if you're gonna I guess you can put it on actual nilaga, but I know the way that he means is like it's boiled in like water. So that's one way I know that you cook like peanuts. And another one that I came across earlier, or like not really early, but that I know of is you deep fry them with garlic. And that's called adobong mani. But for the life of me, I cannot understand why it's called adobo because it's deep fried with garlic. Where's the adobo?
I was like, is there no soy sauce? And
where's the soy sauce? Where's the vinegar?
Should I add onions? Oh no, I'm thinking of beef steak.
No, there's no onions.
Like black
it's just
peppercorn. Yeah. You should have the black peppercorn. No.
Oh, wait. You put those there? Like a black pepper?
I thought if it was gonna be called adobong mani, right? You need like the.
No, I know it's just. I know you just deep fry it with a bunch of like garlic, thinly sliced garlic, and then you maybe sprinkle salt on it after.
Well, that's what my mom does, and it's really good.
The in chat is said, what do you say? Pad Thai.
Yes.
Favorite way.
Yes. Okay, so that was another way I was thinking about how to enjoy peanuts crushed on top of
Mhm.
an ingredient. I mean, on top of certain dishes like pad thai. Um, I know like some ice creams you can put like crushed peanuts on top of it.
Mhm.
Like I
I
see that
love
in the
doing
grocery
that
store.
actually.
It's really
There's
good.
just this, it's just this combination of like soft, like noodles are soft and like pad thai, and same with
Mm-hmm.
ice cream. Ice cream is like soft, but then having something crunchy to
Yeah.
chew on, right? It's just it adds to it. It adds to the texture of the dish. I wouldn't say it adds to the flavor because if you eat like just the peanuts, like let's say nilagang mani or it's like boiled peanuts, they don't really have that strong of a taste. So
True.
just putting them on top of like like noodles or ice cream, it doesn't change the flavor too much. It doesn't change the flavor too much. It does add to the texture though, of like having something crunchy with something soft. You know.
Mm,
Uh,
so
but okay, so there's you turn them into like dipping sauce, I guess.
good. Mm-hmm.
You sprinkle them on top of food.
Um,
Uh,
I
what's
don't.
the matter?
I guess this is kind of this. I don't really want to call it soft peanuts because I mean it is, and it's not really like a sauce, but peanut butter is another way to
Mm,
have peanuts. And I mean I mentioned in the beginning of the show, but like peanut
mhm.
butter, I enjoyed it since I was a kid. You can ask my family. Like my favorite candy, I think up to this day, are like the peanut butter cups. Covered in
Oh
chocolate. Those
yes,
are like
yes.
I feel if you ask anyone who knows me, like they'll associate that candy with me. So
I
I
I
love
have
peanut
tried
butter.
recreating them, although I can never get them right. It's
Oh no.
and I found out that okay, I found this recipe online,
Mhm.
so don't put me in this. Try it out yourself if you want. But I found this recipe online that if you want to make it taste like that peanut butter cup, what you
Mhm.
should do is, and I didn't know this was a thing, powdered peanut butter.
Powder.
Use powdered peanut butter, mix it with unsweetened applesauce, and
Whoa.
after you freeze that, and then you kind of cover it in chocolate. And apparently, it tastes just like that. It tastes just like the the what do you call it? Chocolate. The chocolate covered peanut butter cup. You guys are mentioning they're in chat. They are mentioning.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see
Chocolate.
them in candies as well. And I'll be honest on the peanut butter and jelly thing.
Yeah.
I am not a big fan of peanut butter and jelly. And it's
Why?
not that I don't like peanut butter. It's the jelly. I feel like
It's
some of these jellies like
what type of
too
jelly?
sweet for me. I mean, what's the one that's like purplish? Is that grape?
Grape?
Yeah, the grape jelly, or even like the strawberry jelly.
Okay,
I'm
so
not a big
now
fan.
I'm thinking, have you had it with jelly? Because then maybe you could try to do it with jam instead.
Oh,
If you wanted
what
something more of
difference?
like, if you wanted something more like with fruit as opposed to like, like that jello texture.
Hmm.
I don't know if is it a texture thing?
Marmalade? Oh, are you talking about
Marmalade.
marmalade? Yeah,
Right,
I
it's
feel like
similar along that
marmalade.
same path. Yeah, marmalades or jams. You
Because
should
yeah,
try with that.
marmalade will sometimes have, I don't know, it's like a peel, like
Yeah,
an orange
it's a
peel to it.
citrus. Yeah,
Yeah, like I feel like that's better. Though. That's better in terms of like peanut butter and jelly.
but I
Or
don't.
my favorite way to eat it is with Nutella, or is it Nutella or Nutella? I don't know. I've heard both. I've heard,
That's really good.
I've heard both pronunciations,
That's all.
but that's like kind of like my favorite combination with with peanut butter at the moment. In terms of like desserts, right? In terms of
Ah.
desserts.
But
Uh,
right, like I know you what you were saying like with desserts. I mean, we did kind of lean into it a little bit too, but like peanuts and peanut butter aren't necessarily only with, like sweet things. Like
mhm.
we were talking about this before, but like I don't know, I feel like I've tried it maybe once or twice in my life. But like there's like a common snack of peanut butter and celery, which I've tried. It's really good. It is kind of like the texture thing
Celery.
you're talking about before too, where it's like celery is like crunchy, and then you have like the smooth peanut butter with it. It's really good. You should try
How's
it.
well? That's the texture. How's the taste though?
Good. Like celery in itself doesn't have a flavor, so like you mainly just taste peanut butter.
Mm. But then you get kind of like the crunchy texture of
Mm-hmm.
like the salad.
Yeah.
That's oh, I mean, I guess it sounds weird to me because it's vegetable with peanut butter.
I mean, it's like having a
Whereas,
spring roll with peanut butter,
mm,
kind of too, right? It's vegetables. It's seafood with peanut butter.
it's-
Like if it had like a shrimp spring roll, it's seafood
mhm.
with peanut butter.
I
So,
mean, yeah, like, but the dipping sauce is like the peanut butter dipping sauce is like kind of like more on the savory side. I guess it's because I associate peanut butter with sweets. Yeah, I
okay.
associate with sweets, unless
Ah,
it's kare
yeah, that's what I was
kare.
gonna mention. I was like, how did we not mention kare kare? Yeah.
My mom's gonna be mad at me because that's her favorite, favorite kare, and I forgot to mention it.
No, that's like that's one of my favorite Filipino dishes too. Kare kare, so good. You
Mm,
need lots of the meat with it. I like mine with a lot of beef. Add like the green beans with it too. Um,
mhm.
a little bit of bagoong. I don't go too heavily on the bagoong, but a little bit. That's how I eat.
Actually, no, no. I prefer mine without the bagoong because I do kind of like the flavor of it
Mm-hmm.
just by itself. You know, like the peanut buttery kind of like flavor, and then you kind of get like of course whichever like meat you're using. Sometimes we use pork for ours. Sometimes even chicken. Even chicken. 'Cause it's not my favorite way to eat it, like with chicken, like kare but using chicken, but kare using pork is kind of like that's I would say that's like my favorite, especially
Oh.
like cube pork where you don't have to kind of pick it off like the bone. Maybe I'm just lazy. I'm just lazy. I'm just a lazy eater. like, I like the food already.
I mean, it is like a good snack. Like peanut butter and peanuts are like a good like snack to have on hand. Like just combine it with like fruit that you have. Like if you have peanut butter and apples or like peanut butter and banana, that's really good.
I want to ask this since you mentioned it's a snack.
Mm.
Uh, do you, did you eat it while you were studying? Like, let's say you're studying for like an exam, do you eat it?
Do I eat?
They say it's a brain food. It helps you memorize stuff.
Oh, maybe I should. Maybe I should have so that I would do better in school. Now I'm thinking about it.
Because
No.
I did that. I did that when I was like in high school. I
Yeah.
would have like a bowl of like just peanuts, sometimes salted, sometimes not. While
Oh,
I'm like going over like the study materials, I'm like eating them. Maybe it's just a placebo effect. But they say it's a brain food. It helps you memorize stuff if you're if you eat like peanuts. Oh, trail mix. There was a
yes.
trail mix.
I was gonna say
I do love them with the M&Ms. Like
yes.
not the M&Ms with peanuts, but
Oh.
like in a trail mix,
Mm-hmm.
like having the peanuts and then like having the M&Ms there, and sometimes even like the sunflower seeds
Yes.
and
Yes. Yes.
stuff,
Yes.
and eating it like that, like eating them all together. It's like it's kind of like a deconstructed granola bar.
Right? Yeah, like it's a broken up granola bar. Yeah, because you can have granola and trail mix. You
Mhm,
can have yeah, like something sweet like candy or like peanuts.
mhm,
Like I even had some with what's the word? Like the chocolate like chips or like peanut chips or peanut butter chips, not
mhm,
peanut chips, peanut butter chips or like yogurt chips
mhm.
sometimes. Yeah, those are really good with peanuts. Um and like other nuts too. Like it's a good combination to have like peanuts with other nuts.
The ones with is it macadamia and like white chocolate like cookie?
Yes. Mm.
Those are my favorite.
Oh, peanut
Those
butter
are my favorite.
cookies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or yeah, like just that it doesn't have like the chocolate chips or anything. It
Yeah.
looks like a plain cookie, but yeah, like just the peanut butter.
Yeah.
So good.
Peanut
I
butter
want to try
cookies.
baking some now.
You
Maybe after the show,
should.
I'll try it now. I think I do have the ingredients. Oh, I don't have peanut butter though.
The most important.
Yeah, I don't have the main
ingredient.
ingredient. I don't
Oh.
have the main ingredient to make like the peanut butter cookies.
Oh, I see another one from Chris Antonio. Lumpiang sariwa with lots of peanuts. Yeah. That's really good.
No, that's lumpiang sariwa is which is funny if you translate it to English. It's like fresh egg roll,
Mhm.
fresh egg roll, which is actually lumpiang sariwa is basically a spring roll.
True. That's true. I mean
It's a spring roll.
the wrapping's a little different though, right? Between egg rolls and
Yeah.
spring rolls.
Yeah, it's like a no, but yeah, that's just the way we named it. We named it a fresh egg roll.
Oh, and
But
I'm reading more
yeah,
comments. How could
but
I
yeah,
forget peanut brittle?
oh, peanut brittle is.
That's
I don't
really
know how to make those, but they are so. Yeah, peanut butter and chocolate pie. I don't feel like
oh,
that might be too much chocolate.
oh, that's
What?
what do you call it? Oh, I don't not pie necessarily, but like
Mhm.
isn't one of the like famous it's not really a dish, but like desserts from Ohio. I'm pretty sure it's like a peanut butter chocolate ball. I have to double
Oh,
check, but I'm pretty sure that's the Buckeye from Ohio. I think it's a peanut butter chocolate. I have to double check with that, but I'm pretty sure that it is.
they have some
T-
creative names for like their snacks there. I know it's like there's one that's called like I think it's like called a mud puppy or something like that. That's like very creative like names for like snacks or puppy chow.
Puppy chow.
Like puppy chow. It's like, but it's not food you should feed your dog. By the way, it's a sweet snack. It's like oh I thought it was. I thought it was not treats. No, it's food that actual people eat. They just call it. Like they have some really like creative names for but since we're kind of like on the topic,
Yeah.
do you think there's like maybe like alternatives to peanut butter? Since we are
Oh
talking
yeah.
about peanuts, and I know nut allergies are like kind of like one of like I think the most common I've heard of like in terms
Hmm.
of like allergies. So are there any kind of like alternatives
I
that's
mean,
not peanut butter?
I I'm like kind of hesitant because usually if you're at least from what I know, if you're allergic to like peanuts, you're allergic to other nuts. So I wouldn't really call it an alternative because you can't have it regardless. But uh, in terms of like other nuts, you could maybe try. I mean, like tree nuts, like I assume like macadamia was one, hazelnut, like in Nutella,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
almonds, pecans, walnuts. Um, I'm trying to think what other types. I mean, like you could even go with seeds too. I think that would be
Mm-hmm.
the better alternative.
I think
Like what
I've
you mentioned
seen
earlier.
like a sunflower seed butter before.
Yes. I agree with that.
Which is kind
Sunflower
of
seeds.
I don't know how that would taste like different. How that tastes different from like peanut butter seeds, but I would assume it's kind of like close, since they both have like kind of just going off by the texture. They kind of have the same texture. They both don't really taste like they don't have a strong taste. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
yeah, I feel like it would be sort of similar, but if you're
Oh,
allergic
I saw
to peanut butter.
there's
What,
a comment
did
I saw really
mm,
quick. Sorry that we stand corrected, or maybe we just completely forgot. But yeah, but peanuts aren't really nuts.
oh
They're
yes, true.
legumes. They're legumes.
Legumes.
Yeah, fancy, fancy terms. But yeah, then I would say, yeah, if you had those other alternatives like seeds, like you were mentioning, I think that's a good alternative. I feel it depends kind of on the fat content and other
Mhm.
things that make up the nut or seed for the taste. So
Yeah, let us know what your like, not just the food combinations, but if you're someone who's allergic to maybe like nuts, like what do you use instead of like instead of like peanut butter? Like what's like an alternative you found? And of course, what's kind of like your preferred way of like eating them? Do you like them in savory foods, sweet? Are they the main ingredient, or just something that you put on top, like to add to, like the texture or the flavor a little bit? But I did see someone mentioning PB and J in in our live chat, which
Mm,
is
I'm
which
telling
we
you.
all know is like peanut butter and jelly, or if you're in the UK, peanut butter and jam.
They're
They call
different.
it
Jelly and
different.
jam are different.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a different way. There's different ways to but I love that it's both J, so it's like peanut butter and J, which PB and J anywhere you go. So that's actually what we're gonna be learning to sign peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So let's find out from our CSD department how we can sign that.
This is your
For today's This Is Your Sign, we're going to be signing peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We're going to do 3 different signs, so let's all sign them together. First off, let's sign the word peanut butter. Peanut butter, we're going to do 2 signs actually for this one. What you're going to do first is take your thumb and stick it in between your teeth up the top, like this. And then extend it out, just like that. And then afterwards, have 2 of your fingers, your first finger and your second finger together like this, and your thumb extended. You're gonna bring your non-dominant hand out, and then what you're gonna do is scoop it in between the middle, and then curl your 2 fingers in your palm, just like that. So that's how you sign peanut butter. What you're gonna do for jelly is that you're gonna shape the letter J, just like this. So in the ASL alphabet, this is the letter J. And then what you'll do with your non-dominant hand sticking out like this is that you're gonna use the letter J twice on your non-dominant hand. Imagine like you're scooping up the jelly from the jar. That's how you sign jelly. And then for sandwich, take your dominant hand and face it towards you like this. Take your non-dominant hand and you're gonna cover that hand just like this, like you're making a sandwich. And then bring it to your mouth like you're about to eat the sandwich. That's how you sign sandwich. So again, sandwich. All together, peanut, butter, and jelly, sandwich. Thank you so much for joining us in this week. This is Your Sign. Have a great day.
This is your sign.
Yes, we see Ivan there in our live chat as well. So thank you for teaching us how to sign peanut butter and jelly sandwich this week. And in addition to that segment of CSD, Christian Society for the Deaf, we're gonna see the other activities. I think we've got more food activities to see in our CFO in Action segment. So let's find out what these activities are. All right. So the activities that we've seen coming up that happened within the past couple of weeks or so, we're going to start off in Chicago, Illinois, where they did a karaoke challenge, and sure they had a lot of food.
I just know what songs you sung there.
I'm really curious what they were. And they also hosted a volleyball clinic. I should have gone. Well, I feel like I can't reach over the net still, even regardless of the clinic or not.
You're practicing for next United Games, right?
Exactly. Moving
Just
over now to Indiana, where they participated in a blood donation. Shout out to all of the brethren there in Chesterton. And I wonder what their their ingredients were for the cooking challenge that they hosted. It looks like it was a really good time.
I was seeing like they have their aprons with like colors.
Really nice. Lastly, we've got the local congregation of Cincinnati who held an art workshop. So I saw lots of painting, other forms of art too. So very awesome to see that from all of you there. Upcoming activities that we have going up, let's not forget for the Children's Worship Service, Little Children in our district, the Tagusa ng Galino continues this month and next month, district competition in June. Coming up at the end of April, if you haven't been to the Indiana Dunes before, it's our opportunity to meet all there for our coastal cleanup, again, April 26th. And the following day, April 27th, is the powerlifting competition and clinic. This will be in Chicago. So Lots of activities that are coming up in the next couple of months. So we hope to see you all there. I'm sure those activities will definitely work our appetites for sure with all of that work that we were going to do. But for our upcoming segment, which everyone is excited to see, we've got our hashtag challenge. But to preface this week's, it's a little different. To let you all know, we're recognizing those who are have been really active in getting more participation. So we'd like to recognize those who have done so. Let's see who they are.
I'm doing sound effects today.
Nice.
Sound effects today.
Okay, and those honorable mentions from the District of Great Lakes, we'd like to say thanks to Chicago, Lake County, Chicago North, and Park Ridge for your increased participation in the hashtag challenge. Fifth place goes to Park Ridge and Rachel and Weiser individually. Fourth will go to Rockford with Ivy Food in Bloomingdale. Third place goes to Chicago, Illinois. Congratulations, individual Noel Del Rosario in Chesterton, Indiana. Second goes to the local congregation of Chesterton with Joanna Kaufis individually taking second place. And first local congregation goes to Bloomingdale, Elsa Vela Cruz from Rockford, familiar name, taking first place. Congratulations to all of you.
I'm trying not to celebrate too much because people might think I'm biased, but
no, but that's the stats. But we would like to mention and announce that starting next week, we're going to alter the hashtag challenge a bit because we have seen and heard your feedback regarding this challenge. And so we will lean away from, just the local congregation hashtags. So we're going to kind of call it like a comment challenge in a way instead of a hashtag challenge. So of course we would like to know where you're from. So please include your local congregation's hashtag. But from next week's show, so if you were just commenting your local congregation today, completely fine. But starting next week, we would like to, as we did today, see your comments in the YouTube live chat, and we will be recognizing those comments who have made us laugh, who made us think, which greatly contribute to our show. So starting next week,
like even including the most creative hashtag, right?
Yeah. Do a creative hashtag with your local congregation, make an alliteration or something like that, or something related to the topic. I think I saw from Louisville. I'm sure I'm going to pronounce it wrong. If you can find that for me, Elsum. It's a play on money. I remember that part, but yes. I think it was like
money, which is like shining.
That's what it
but
was.
they emphasize money, which is like peanuts.
Yeah. So leave your comments or hashtags like that, and please include any comments in relation to the topic, and that is how we will recognize those in that comment challenge segment that we will introduce again starting next week. As much as we love your hashtags, we really love all of your contributions to our program. And we thank you all for tuning in this week and leaving all of your recipes, all of your contributions. And you made us really hungry, and I'm sure you're all hungry too. So when we wrap up the show, you can grab a meal after. We'd like to say thank you to our district assistant district minister and minister, Brother Art Agag, our district assistant district minister, and Brother Elmer Sarmiento, who is our district minister here in Great Lakes. For INCRadio, we'd like to thank Brother Wally Taray, station manager, and as well as Brother Angelo Aranio V. Manalo, our CEBSI president CFO coordinator, and Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our executive minister. Thank you for allowing us to have this platform to share the activities that are in our district. Don't forget to tune in next week as well, and prepare your hashtags. We'll try our best to let you know the topic ahead of time so that you can prepare those really creative hashtags that we cannot wait to see. So please continue to stay phenomenal. Be back with us next week at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. Take care, everyone. Be phenomenal. Bye.